Before I start this video, I just want to let all men know depression is real, anger is real, the red pill rage is real, and all of this stuff, can lead to guys making some pretty harsh decisions, when they really understand female nature and realize they have been lied to for most of their lives. And I wanted to do this video because most men don't have an outlet to go to. Whenever a man is dealing with something in his life, people are so quick to say, man up. Stop acting like a pussy. Oh, you sound like a bitch. Did you love her? And most guys really don't have an outlet. So like I said, put God first in your life. Then after you pray to God, listen, get some of this daily dosage of the red pill, because the red pill is going to help you to stay sharp. And like the Bible says, iron sharpens iron. So the whole goal is 2018, until you die, stay sharp. And I can't tell you what to do, but if you love a woman, love her, but don't fall in love with her. Because once you fall in love with her, this is a deadly game. And you have to understand, most of these women out here, they don't even believe in love. That's why they ask you, do you love them? To make sure, are you under the spell? But most women don't believe in love. All they need is a simp. But before I start this video, I want to let people know simping is deadly. Simping can lead to depression. Simping can lead to aggression. Simping can lead to domestic violence. Simping can lead to jail time. And simping can also lead to early grave. And simping can also lead to suicide. Stay strong, stay positive, fellas. Sit back, enjoy the video. Take care and understand, you can look, but don't touch. This video is a real video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share these videos. Make sure you keep people informed. But today's video is called Simping Can Lead to Suicide. And I just want guys to know, especially in the 20s and, guys that are new and really haven't had too much life experience, that simping can't lead to suicide. And here's my reason why simping can lead to suicide. Because you have to understand, guys, most women love chaos. A woman doesn't love it when things go right. When you look at the MGTOW channel, the MGTOW movement, the real reason is, exploding to newer heights is because these are a bunch of good guys that were, overlooked. They were fucked over, by a female because they didn't have the red pill knowledge. But you can't take away the fact that most of these guys were good guys. They work hard to provide for the women. They work overtime to make sure, the women were happy. A whole lot of bags, purchase, cars purchased for women. It's just like, these were really good guys. And then when a woman, time and time does her usual number and leaves, most men, they are scarred, because a woman can't love how a man loves. Like a man, like I said, first creation from God. Like, we are like God in the flesh. We are gods amongst gods. So with that being said, when a man loves a woman, he loves with the heart of God. When a woman loves a man, she loves with the heart of shallowness, material, the heart of Lucifer. So men have to understand that A woman she can never love you how you love her. And I feel a lot of these videos will actually help men to sleep better at night, like I always mention. And I think a lot of men will actually stop themselves from committing suicide, because when a woman takes you to court, whether it's a divorce, whether it's an alimony case, whether a woman, and I have heard a story from a guy that said he got into an argument with his baby mother. She called the cops on him, and when the cops found him, he had some weed and a gun on him, and he actually got a felony. So now this guy can never leave America due to the fact that his baby mother called the law on him, the enforcers, and cops are nothing but simps too, because they actually help these women and back these women up in their nonsense. But long story short, when a man has nothing, he loses hope. And when a man loves, he loves so hard that he will actually provide for his family. He will kill for his family. And it's been so many cases where men been cheated on and actually end up killing their woman and actually killing themselves. To me, this has to stop. Really, this has to stop, because simping will lead you to an early grave, whether it's stress. Stress could kill a man. And most men don't want to be alone. So keep going in and out of relationships over and over and over and over, girl to girl to girl, over and over and over. It's going to lead you to an early grave. I'm sorry to say it. If you live in America or any place, because the West is really spreading throughout a lot of this world, but some places, the Western influence is not so strong. But if you live in America and you are afraid to be alone, I hate to say, guys, you will end up in an early grave due to stress, due to the fact that you and a woman share a house, but she's not coming home till 3 or 4 in the morning because she's actually backstage at her favorite artist concert getting piped out. You're not going to be able to sleep at night. When you decide to get married, and, I hate to sound like a bearer of bad news, but when a woman, takes you for everything that you have, takes you to the cleaners, literally, they call it the cleaners because she wipes you out, and you go from a big mansion to a 1-bedroom apartment, and you actually have to pay child support and alimony. This right here, fellas, is enough to make a man go mad and lose his mind and lose hope. Fellas, you have to understand, these women are not your women in America. They are not. Simply, they are the enemy. And if you don't look at them, and if you don't view them as the enemy, I hate to say, guys, but time and time after time after time, you will be disappointed. Because we have been trained, we have been, taught growing up, we have been brainwashed to see women as angels, to see them as a princess, to see them as a queen. You talk to most guys, especially in the black community, that out of all the cultures, the black community is crazy because, some guys, they take it overboard. Like the black woman is God and the black woman is this. I was talking to my barber. I thought he was about to stop cutting my hair because we had a conversation, and he said a man could never be nothing without a woman because a woman is the creator of life. Simps talking. But a woman can't have a baby without a male seed. Okay, end of discussion. So you got to really understand that simping is dangerous. It can lead to suicide, because I don't care what nobody say. You can have a million problems in the world, but like Jay-Z said, I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Excuse my language, but that's true. And this is why I love about MGTOW. And this is what I love about the red pill. Because once you have taken the red pill, a female is no longer any of your concern. I mean, if she comes in your way, so be it. If she comes to you, so be it. But if she doesn't come to you, men are not chasing anymore. Men are going their own way, and they're watching a game with a great observation of why they should not want to play the game again. So I'm here to tell you guys, true forced loneliness is really something you have to embrace, because a woman, her life is full of dysfunction. So if you chase her,
I hate to say it, but it's simple math. 2 plus 2 is 4, baby. Your life is going to be full of dysfunction. And most men do chase women, and that's why you see most guys, they have bags under their eyes. Most guys, they can't even afford a decent outfit because they were too busy simping, and they probably lost their job. Now they have nothing. And all the women, she has all your material items, and she left you and traded up to a new guy that could keep that money flowing. Guys, this is a dangerous game. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I really think most women actually serve the devil behind closed doors, because look at them. You have women that are into cuckolding. And I'm not even going to touch topics on this, because I'm not even going to touch on this topic because this is crazy. But you got some women, you know, they can't get enough of riding a cock carousel, so they convince their husband to let them go out and get fucked by other men, while their husband is in the corner watching. You have to understand, most of these women in this Western world are sluts and hoes, but they don't mind. They embrace it. You know, they call them, you know, when they talk to their girlfriends, they're like, whatever hoe, whatever slut, whatever bitch. They even embrace it. In the year 2018, you have to understand, fellas, a slut and a hoe is not a shameful thing anymore. This stuff is embraced. You know, Amber Rose has the slut walk, where she walks in front of the world, you know, with thousands of people calling herself a slut, and she's proud of it. Times are changing, and men, we need to adapt. This is an all-out war, and simping can leave you. It can leave you injured in a battlefield. It can leave your bank account injured. It can leave you mentally injured. It can leave you physically injured because you can't get enough sleep. You know, like, you have to understand, guys, wake up. Simping can lead to an early grave, whether it's suicide or stress. Those are two things in your life that you don't need at all. I'm trying to tell you guys. What you need to do is understand that most women, they are on a mission. And this is why I keep talking about women on a mission. When somebody's on a mission, they're out to get something. And the minute they can't get what they're looking for, they are gone like a thief in the night. Simping is only cool when you have $1 billion, because you can't spend that amount of money in your lifetime. But if you don't have $1 billion, simping could lead to suicide, because a woman could actually steal from you. All through the marriage, all through the relationship, she could take everything. Or some women, they could set you up. They know you have some money to make a couple phone calls to their ex-thug's boyfriend that's actually beating it up on the weekend. Come and rob you for everything you have. You have to be careful, guys. These women are not one to hold conversations with. Stop talking to women. I know it's hard sometimes when you get around and you smell a nice little perfume, you smell a nice fragrance, you know. She has you all under her witchcraft just from, you know, her perfume. You know, women have so many tricks and strategies to get a man. It's ridiculous. And most guys just can't see it. But I'm here to tell you that simping causes serious damage to the brain. It hasn't been proven by scientists, but I'm telling you, it causes serious damage to the brain, because when you need a female's validation and you find out that she left you, you're going to start to think, what is wrong with me? You're going to start to think, what could I have done better to please this woman? But I'm here to tell you, you can't please a hoe. She will never be satisfied. Just like Lucifer wanted it all. And this is why I think most of these sluts worship Lucifer. Just how Lucifer wanted it all, most of these women want it all. And they want it all to the point that they will have your baby even though they don't love you. They want it all to the point they will spread their legs to you even if they don't love you. And most guys, what you have to understand is, just because a woman give you the pussy, that doesn't mean she likes you. And I'm going to repeat that again. Just because a woman gave you the pussy, that does not mean she likes you at all. A woman can give you the pussy and ghost on you. Seriously. She can have sex with you and block your number. And you don't know what happened. And as men, we're logical thinkers, so you have to think. You meet a woman, you like her, You have a connection with her, you have sex with her, and she ghosts on you. Do you realize that causes a man pain? That actually causes his heart to be scarred? See, men love hard. And this is why men need to stop falling for women. You could love a woman, but don't be in love with her. Because the minute you're in love with the woman, you are playing on dangerous territory, buddy. You are playing on dangerous territory. You are threading on real thin ice. And I'm here to tell you guys, these women, they don't care if you're having a panic attack. They don't care if you're having a nervous breakdown. They don't care. Women love to see men in pain. Because you have to understand, most women are bitter and they're sluts. They're bitter that so many guys just took them from the back, just gutted them out, cummed on her face, and left them. So these are the memories that she have of a man getting bust open and cummed on, and a guy saying, I think we should be friends. This has nothing to do with you, but this has happened to her in her past a copious amount of times, and now she has a vendetta and she has an all-out war against men. Fellas, I'm here to tell you, these women are the enemy. Now, I'm not saying be mad at them, because sometimes, you even need peace with the enemy, But I just want guys to know that most of these women are bitter towards men, because society always favors a man. I don't care what feminist movement is pushing forward. I don't care what you see. I don't care all the propaganda that's being spread. This will always be a man's world. No matter what happens. This is why I hold strong to my MGTOW allegiance. This is why I hold strong to this MGTOW game, because I know it's a marathon and not a sprint. And that woman in her 20, when she is 50 and her panties start to sag and she start wearing Ralph Lauren chap jogging suits, windbreakers. This is the same girl that you were lusting after in your 20s, that nobody talks to at the airport, unless it's a family member. You have to understand, guys, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Stop simping. Simping can lead to an early grave, and you guys have to understand that so many men commit suicide over women. So many men. And these are good guys that are dying. This is why I wanted to shoot this video, because good men are dying to the hands of sluts. Now, I know when you commit suicide, you're taking your own life. But most of these guys really love that woman so much that they were willing to take their own lives if they couldn't have her. Damn. There's nothing like a love coming from a man. Now, fellas, don't go out and love other men. This is not what this message is about. Like, well, I need a man's love. No, you don't. You need, the MGTOW therapy. That's all you need. But you don't need a man's love. But what I'm saying is, a man loves hard. He is willing to die for his country. He's willing to risk his life for his family. He's willing to risk his life for his church. He's even willing to risk his life for the community softball team. Men are warriors. Born to live, born to die. Hoorah! Sparta. This is who we are. But if we let our nature play tricks against us, we will always fall victim to a female, because women know that we are horny. This is why they wear the outfits they wear. Women know that men want sex. This is why they take pictures and have their tongue out on social media, so you can fantasize your dick actually getting licked by her tongue. This is all a game that she is playing. Women are sick. They're twisted. I don't know who's more sick when it comes to, just having a sick mindset. A serial killer or a woman. And guys, we really believe the lies from women. That's why we get depressed. This is why we're on all types of medication. This is why we are drinking all kind of liquor. Listen, it's been times, and I'm going to talk about times in my life. You can go ahead and laugh all you want. But one time in my life, and I'll do another video on it, but I got catfish before. To a woman I actually thought was real. I got catfish, dude. Yeah, I got catfish. I'm not afraid to say it. I got catfish, and then I started drinking for like 2 weeks straight. Because my mom was so messed up, never became an addict, It only lasted 2 weeks. I was able to bounce back in the game. But for those 2 weeks, my head was literally messed up. Yeah, messed up. You have to understand, guys, a man with clarity is a dangerous man. A man that's dysfunctional and chaotic is a man that can't even steer his own ship. And this is what happens when you mess with women. You will become just like them. You will become a pussy chasing pussy. You will become dysfunctional chasing a dysfunctional woman. Fellas, 2018, tomorrow is a new day. Let's really go forward and understand, unless a woman comes to us, just, you can look, but don't touch. Just say no. Cold approaching. Why are you cold approaching? You're cold approaching to go to an early grave? Guys cold approach like, this is a good thing. Most women, they are on a mission. And I'm here to tell you, when you cold approach, you're not on her mission list. But she will try to see what resources you have. Take her out to a nice restaurant. She might think twice. Well, let me see how much more money he has. Hey, she might say something like, hey, you want to go dancing? I like to drink. And if you could afford the nice dinner and drink, she might say, this loser might have a little bit of change on him. Hey, let's do this again next weekend. She'll keep doing this, not giving you the pussy. Next thing you know, she'll ghost you. And then you realize, hey, I spent over $2,000, depending on what city you live in. If you live in a city like Canada, Vancouver, it can get pretty pricey. Spend about $3,000 on the pussy, and you never even got the pussy. Fellas, this is the end of the video, but simping is a serious thing, and it can lead to an early grave. Get your mind right, get your thoughts back, get your sleep back, get God in your life, get everything back in the year 2018. This year is not over. This is still the second quarter. This year is not over. Get everything back. Get your powers back. Stop talking. Stop conversing back with females. Act like a royal. Treat a female like, unless you speak to her, we have nothing to talk about. Unless you want to impart life in her, unless you want to give her wisdom, you have nothing to converse with a woman about. Fellas, stay strong, stay MGTOW, stay positive, keep your heads up, and remember, you can look, but don't touch. And simping will definitely cause your early grave.